Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. Got a big show lined up. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's video. There's some really good fishing. I had a great time with those guys, most of them from Quincy and Tallahassee, and a wonderful time. So anyway, good memories on that one. The high today now is going to be, they're calling for 86 degrees. It's been really refreshing. I know you've enjoyed it too. Getting that north wind, getting a situation where that cool air is sort of blowing all that moisture out of here. It's been really, it's a good weekend on into yesterday, so it's going to continue. Interesting enough now, the low is going to be all the way down to 72, and the water temperature has plummeted down to 78. We were talking, remember last week, up to 84. It had like a 6-degree change, and it really turned some fishing down. We've had the full moon and a cold water temperature. It really affected the fishing this past weekend. I don't have near as many pictures as I normally do coming in on a Tuesday morning like this. So it was interesting. The Apalachicola Bluntstown river readings is at a 3.5. It looks in good shape. It just hadn't done a lot of movement. I was surprised looking at the Choctawhatchee, though. It did sort of jump up, and that was not predicted when I signed off on Friday. We didn't really see it going up like that. Now, I don't make this prediction. I just copy it from NOAA and get their information. So, but today it's at 6.2 and it's dropping, but it did get up there pretty high yesterday. All right. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We're looking at a high tide at 10:58 this morning. Right at 11 o'clock is going to be a high tide and low at 9:24 tonight. Very strong tide coinciding with our full moon we had last night. A lot of movement going on. So really got strong incoming tide and strong outgoing tide. So fishing should be really picking up this week. Now, yesterday was the summer solstice. I didn't get a chance to talk to you about it yesterday because of the video we had the whole showtime. But summer solstice, remember, that's the longest day of the year. We get about 17 hours of daylight on the summer solstice. It's always somewhere around the 20th or 21st. Ironically, it also fell on the full moon. I was doing some research on it. It hadn't been on the full moon and summer solstice. Those 2 days have not coincided since 1967. So it's almost a once-in-a-lifetime event for a lot of people. So it was interesting. We had a lot of things going on. Across the world, people celebrate. In Sweden, I was reading where they eat fish and potatoes all day on the summer solstice. And I didn't expect y'all to do that yesterday, but it was interesting though. The Earth is farther away from the sun, but it's also tilted closer. So now, starting today, the day's going to be a little bit shorter. You can't really tell it. It's fascinating me. May, June, July, these long days, and really don't start seeing it until about September when the days start getting a little bit shorter. But really good long days of daylight. So enjoy the summer solstice we had yesterday, and enjoy it all week long. Okay. Marine forecast is coming out of the northeast at about 5 to 10. All right. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at some of these pictures here. Let's start off with some of these girls just graduated from Mosley Outdoor Ed, and look at here, they're putting it to good use out on the pier. This is Rachel Cosby on the left and Chelsea Harville on the right. Those girls always had a smile. They were in my class, always smiling. It's so good to see them out there fishing this time of year. I know they're enjoying it. Okay, our next picture. Another one of the former students, it was several years back though, old Remington Stotler. Check out the crabbing. Remington went crabbing. He's used to fishing. Hey, do not forget about crabbing this time of year. Really good time. Okay. Next one. This is Scott Davis. He went fishing with his son, Brandon. Here's Scott, the dad. Here, nice fish there. And there's Brandon with another nice one. They fish together a lot. Brandon is an excellent fisherman for his age, and so is his dad. And they really enjoy fishing. Okay. Don't forget now, this coming weekend, June the 24th. The Emerald Coast Redfish Tournament is coming up. It's going to be fished on Saturday. I'm going to miss. I've got my family reunion Saturday. I'm going to have to miss this, but I'm sure there are going to be a lot of folks down there. They got a kayak division. Fred Myers talked about this last week, and really good tournament right at the marina, Four Winds Grill in St. Andrews. Okay, let me see what we got here. I got also. let's check this out. I'm gonna sort of enlarge this email. So, hey coach, here's some bass we have caught this week. My dad ended up buying a boat, so I'm out on Deer Point a lot more often. And this is my girlfriend Noelle with her first bass. So this is a series of pictures, but she didn't want to touch it. I hope all is going well with you and your family. Sincerely, Ryland Spitzer. Okay, Ryland. This is Grant Spitzer. He was back in Mosley way back in the day. That's a nice bass for Deer Point Lake. Okay, here's Ryland. Look at there. Good job. He always had a big smile on his face. Check this one out though. This is a girlfriend. She wasn't sure she wanted to touch it. Good pictures though up there. Really good job. Thank you, Ryland Spitzer, the Spitzer family. Also a good golfing family. Okay. Let's see, I got an email. I'm gonna go and talk about this. This is from Victor. I get a lot of reports from Victor Hathcote over at the Choctawhatchee Bay. And last week we went to the 331 bridge, picked up several trout around the bridge rubble and one of the floating crane barges. We only went out for a little while. Just good to get out and feel the tug. Your brother in the Gap, Victor. So thank you, Victor, for sending that in. I know exactly what it means. It's just good to get out. Okay. Now we got this. Let's talk real quick about the FWC meeting coming up this week. Actually, it starts tomorrow. It's going to be a 2-day meeting over in. I've heard all kind of places. It's been at East Point, Apalachicola. Actually, going to be at the Franklin County High School, which is between East Point, okay, and Carabel. For many years, it used to be Carabel High School and Apalachicola High School, so they combined them in the Franklin County in between, have a county school. The nickname of Carabel, always a trivia question in my class, was the Carabel Panthers, and the nickname, the school mascot name for Apalachicola was Apalachicola Sharks. So, but now they're called the Seahawks. All right. But anyway, that has nothing to do with the meeting FWC having, but they're having a big meeting, and the two things going to concern our viewers are, and they're going to cover a lot of things in 2 days. But really, what we're looking at are what they're going to say about the bears and the scallops. Two things are dear to our heart. And I have the agenda here. I won't really. Let's see, 8:30 Wednesday, I'm going to June 22nd. I'm not going through all of it, but get down here to number, okay, they're going to be meeting all day. They're going to talk about the bears on Friday, I'm sorry, the first day will be on bears, right there where it says bear management. They have different things. And we'll keep informed at it. I don't know if will be able to attend. I'm just going to see, and we'll let you know tomorrow what's going on there. I expect a big crowd for the bear. The commissioner will vote on it. There's a big, strong push to continue the bear hunt. Like I said, have different ways of doing it. And of course, there are going to be some fruitcakes there too, who saying they against it. They'll be dressed up in little Smokey the Bear costumes and that kind of stuff. I'm assuming how those people are. So anyway, y'all, if you can be there and support it, if you feel strong about it, certainly do that. Okay. Then the next day, they're going to take up the scallops on Thursday, and that's going to be one of the last things on the agenda. I've looked at their agenda. You go online and find their agenda and what they have on the agenda. It's going to be like number 15. On Thursday, the 15th item they take up. They're only taking up like 18 items, so this is number 15. So it'll be at the end of the day on Thursday. I would certainly want to be there for that. I'm anticipating. I have no inside sources, but from all the information I've gotten and things I've shared with you and what I've heard the experts say and different people, I'm anticipating them closing it for the year. So we'll just wait and see. They got 3 or 4 options. So we'll see. I'd like to be at that part of it. So I may get on down there. And we'll let you know at it. And I also pulled up these pictures last night. I want to pull these back. I've showed these before, but here's what I was talking about when we're talking about scallop size. There's a quarter, of course, on the right. If you get one too small, that's the size. See the size right there? Harry? Just great. If you give them time to grow, you let them go, and they will grow. And these are scallops that I actually got myself and on one of our trips. And here's the next picture. This is the size of the meat. See down at the bottom, look at the top. You get like twice the amount of meat. That's the same scallops right there. So that's why I feel so strong about the situation with scallops. We definitely got to put a size on them. We've been saying that for years, and I think they're going to try to do that in the area. Now keep this in mind too. Amanda Whitehead sent me a text that day. I talked about this. She said, "Was this for any other area?" All the other areas are open. That's a good question, Amanda. all the other places open. The only ones they're really looking at to close would be St. Joe Bay. There's pretty decent populations in the other all the other places, so just be aware of that. They're not thinking about closing any other areas in Florida other than St. Joe Bay. Okay, let's take our break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Let me show you a message I got the other day, okay? This is on my phone. I got a message from Brandon Barber. He said, "We won the bass tournament for you, Coach." I said, "Dang, that's some nice ones. How much they weigh?" So this was a Deer Point tournament. A big bass weighed 3.89 and 4.5, and I won trash fish at a 6-pound mudfish, me and Connor Shaw. So here's Connor right here. That's some nice bass, folks, on Deer Point. That was a Thursday night, and there's Brandon Barber and Connor Shaw. Two good fishermen. They enjoy fishing. Okay, so thank you, Brandon, for sharing that with us. Healthy bass population up there at Deer Point Lake, and a lot of people take advantage of it, and good. So all right, my next thing I want to do is an outdoor tip. Since I have retired, Gail has me doing all kind of things, and one of the things I've been doing is moving some furniture around and getting rid of some of the old stuff. I'm just I got a list this long of things that I do around my house before I really get back on the water, and I just want to do it. But I was thinking the other day, I was moving some heavy furniture, and I was thinking about when mankind invented wheels. What a great invention. We just take it for granted. But anyway, also I'm getting a new fish cooker built, and I started doing it years ago. I'm getting wheels put on my cooker to roll it around. So my outdoor tip to you is get some wheels and put on your fish cooker or anything else, your grill, especially if it's a big one. Now, a little one you can pick up is different, but a lot of times you want to move them out or move them in, got a crowd of people, you want to move them around. I know my fish cooker, I'm going to move it in and out down at the creek. I'm going to move it outside to cook. So I'm getting it welded together up there at Haney, and they're going to put some wheels on it. It's my outdoor tip to you, and any size wheels, but make sure you got a swivel, ball bearing here. So don't forget to do that. It's just a little outdoor tip. I think a lot of outdoorsmen are doing that now. And try to get one. This one will have a brake. Try to get one brake put on it too. Okay, so that's the outdoor tip. Another thing I'm doing, I brought a lot of stuff from school, and of course I left most of the stuff up there. I brought some of the student projects home. I've got them hanging in different places, and just as a memento. And I was looking up. I was taking a box yesterday and emptying out. This is, of course, a deer horn. This is Caleb Pitts in the class of 2014. But he drilled a hole right through here. Drilled a hole. And he put a little flashlight. That's a little flashlight. Okay, that's a little red. Okay, that's a little dot. There's a little flashlight there. And I thought that is so neat. Okay, deer horns. And so another deer horn collection. This fits right in hand. Okay, look at that. What it did that. One of the young ladies did that. So you can flip your eggs and everything. That looks great at a fish camp or hunt camp or something like that. All these deer horns and all. So I just wanted to pass that on to you. A fun thing to do this summer will be doing stuff like this with young people. Get some old horns and all. And all you do is just drill a hole in it and put some super glue or Gorilla Glue, and that's really firm right there. Ideal, really cute. So really cute ideas with deer horns, just done by some of our students. And I'm gonna hang on to some of these right here. It'll take up a lot of room. Okay. So be aware of that. Now, I want to tell y'all, I started on this Friday. I didn't get a chance to talk about it, so I'll talk about it this week. The bilge pump stories. I had 2 stories back to back from 2 friends of mine, 2 people I know who are good, 2 good boats and all. One of them was Wendy Colson from Valdosta. We fish together a couple times a year, and they come down. We fish that sea quarter tournament in Carabel about 2 weeks ago now. He'd brought a couple of buddies down from Valdosta. I didn't get to go with them. They come down fairly often. He's a good fisherman. He runs a printing company up there. Dad started many years ago, but they love coming to the coast. Anyway, got out there, and he got about 17 miles out, and he noticed the bilge pump, it wasn't coming on. And he started getting a little bit of water because the seas were rough at that time, and he got a little bit of water over the back end, and didn't get it. He went and looked at it, and the bilge pump, folks, was stopped up. Of all things, a dirt dauber, a little wasp dirt dauber, had clogged it up, had built it in there in a short period, in a 2-week period of time. The dirt daubers got in there and built it, a little nest and all. So luckily he saw it and got it, but he was about to get in trouble because he had gotten some water, and the waves were really tough that day. Well, that's the first story. Second story, a couple of coaches and all from Mosley and New Horizons. They'd gone out about 15 miles a couple of days later. And it was really rough, and one of the coaches started feeling sick, so he went down. He was going down and go down to the bathroom down at the head, and he got down there, and the water was that deep, and he hollered up at the guy that running the boat, and they looked at it, and the bilge pump was not working. They thought it was working automatically, and it was taking on water, and they were he said within 10 minutes of taking enough water on, they would have sunk. Same thing. It was dirt daubers had gotten up there and clogged it up. And they were, I told him it's a good thing he got sick, because if he hadn't gone underneath and seen all that water, they would have taken on, because they'd already taken one wave over the back over the stern, and it was so. My advice to you: these are just stories of these are two people I know, two good fishermen, two good boats. The guys fish on a regular basis, and they bilge pump. Neither one of those had expected any kind of trouble. So you just never know, and that's why you just constantly got to inspect, especially around the salt water, constantly have to inspect your equipment, your bilge pumps, and your wiring on the batteries, and it's all those little things like that, because it happens on more times than we thought. Like I said, that's just two folks I know, so you can imagine other places having the same problem. And those bilge pumps are critical in rough water. And this past week was really smooth, but the previous week it was really we got 4 and 5 foot seas out there, and that's when you get in trouble. All right, let's take our break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Well, glad you're with us. I was looking some things up. Let's look at our fishing game times today. We're looking at brought to us right here by Barron's Barbecue Shrimp Marinade. Our times are 1:24 to 3:24 this morning. We just passed it, but this afternoon, 1:50 to 3:50. It's going to be a fascinating times. I was looking at my book last night, and I don't have time to get into it, but I will one day this week. This on page 103 is a report from 1920, the week of October 1920. Of all the fish being brought in. It's an amazing amount of fish brought in. That was almost 100 years ago, but one of the captains caught like 3,000 pounds of red snapper. Now on that trip we took yesterday, we had about maybe 200 to 250 pounds of snapper. So you put that in perspective, that's why I wanted to bring it up. I was thinking about the fish we caught on that trip and on the video, maybe 250 pounds of snapper. And then this guy, on just his boat, he had like 3,000 pounds of snapper and over 2,000 pounds of grouper on that fishing trip, so that puts it in perspective. But a lot of amazing at this stuff. I want to maybe talk about that on tomorrow's show. But I want to go ahead and I got a little handwritten letter. I love these handwritten notes. This is from the Fishing Shack. You're doing a fine job, and yes, we do rod and reel repair. So we're all talking about that the other day at the Fishing Shack here in Callaway or down in Weewalt. They can do rod and reel repair. It's getting harder and harder to get people to fix rod and reels. I also do custom rods, and we've talked about a custom rod before, so you can get it done over there. One minute I bring mine by. I've got the only trouble bringing mine by. I've got so many old reels, but I really like those old pin reels. I'm gonna bring a couple of those old pin reels by to get repaired, and I want to get me a couple of fishing rigs where I'm gonna do some throwback days where I just fish with some old stuff, old plugs, and old rod and reel. I just want to do that in my dad's old boat. Okay. But anyway, the support has been wonderful. Don't forget to come by and get the. Our support has been wonderful. He's talking about so many of you folks have gone by to see them at Fishing Shack, and we appreciate that. Don't forget to get that what's called homing juice. I used some other day. I was working outside and sprayed some. Those mosquitoes they just attacked my ankles. Jeff, is that what? I get so aggravated. I want to spray it down. Didn't have more trouble with them. But man, they're aggravating. Okay, that was that. Now, quickly, I wanted to talk about some summer things for fun. What made me think about it, again, last night I was looking at those pictures of old Remington Stotler going crabbing, and a lot of times we're talking about summer fun things to do yourself or with a group of people or with some kids or whatever, and that's one of the most fun things we so often overlook is going crabbing, and it's so easy to do, and it's a good time of year to do it. You can do it early in the morning, you do it at nighttime, just go out with a crab net, walk along, and the Florida blue crab is top of the list as far as a fun thing to do. Okay, so I wrote down crabbing. I got 4 or 5 just summer fun things to do. Crabbing is one of them. Bow fishing, I mention it off and on all the time. Bow fishing is an thing to do. Practice it. Remember the air, it's called refraction. The air is going to hit the water and then go up. So you always got to aim low. And you've seen pictures. I used to shoot guards off top of a bridge and all. But it's a fun thing to do. Now, you're really good if you can shoot some, you can, a lot of guys, actually I had a friend of mine, Rody Poise, used to actually harpoon around a sheephead. He was harpooning the sheephead as the Lynn Haven Bridge, so that was always interesting. So don't forget bow fishing. That's a fun thing to pick up. Another thing, make an outdoor project. I just mentioned this a while ago. It doesn't have to be a horns or anything, but get with a kid or your wife or husband, just do something together. And I'm gonna make outdoor. It could be like a little table, something that could, or a shooting table. All kinds of things you can do. Because really, a lot of times you can get in your garage and do these kind of things in the middle of the day when it's too hot to be outdoors. This is June, we've got July and August coming up, two of the hottest months of the year. And you really don't want to be outside, but you still might be wanting to do some outdoor stuff. So get in the garage or get in the shade in the backyard and make you some little outdoor project. Just think about some things that in your lifestyle and your outdoor activities that you could use to make it a little bit better. I've got a list this long, and I do things. Start doing some little things for your tree stand, like a little book rest or something like that. Something to put stuff on, or a little stand off the side. Be thinking those things down, do them now, so you don't have to do them during the hunting season. So outdoor projects is good. Also, the mask and snorkel. Don't forget take a kid out, go out to a state park and with a mask and snorkel, and just swim around. You'll be amazed at all the different things you can see around those rocks and all. That one thing right there, you need to put that on your summer list, to go swimming at a state park, okay? And make sure you stay together in shallow water as much as you can with kids and all. So mask and snorkel. And then the last thing, take pictures, take some outdoor pictures. I saw a frog the other day. A frog was chasing this bug, couldn't quite catch him. That same day, I was pulling down the road, and this bird jumped down and got a grasshopper. The second time, I had to go in the second time and get a grasshopper. Fascinating things. I didn't have my camera with me, so take some outdoor photography. Great thing. So those, this is the beginning of the summer. Okay, summer started yesterday, so go ahead and line you up some outdoor activities to do, not just be participating in it, but make you some things and all. Do some fun things like that. Okay, gonna wrap it up. Enjoy doing the show today. Thank you for watching the show. We appreciate your viewership. Do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.